Hey guys, it's Miss Clark. I am coming to you today on Tuesday, September 9th, Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. So, we're going to be doing math today, and our learning target is I can add in any order, add zero, and use strategies to find sums. Okay? So, let's keep going. All right, now, just like in the last video, we're going to do some number talks. So, real quick, what is 5 plus 5? Okay, if you put 10, you are correct. Did you use your fingers? Did you use paper clips? Did you use counters? What did you use at home to help you? Hopefully you did not answer with your big brother or sister, okay? Because I want you to be finding those answers. So, next one. Or you could have used your doubles facts from your memory. So what is 5 plus 4? Okay, if you said 9, you are correct. Good job. So give yourself another pat on the back. All right, what is 5 plus 6? Okay, if you put 11, that is correct. Did you think that 5 plus 5 was 10, and then you knew that you had to add one more, just like in our lesson the day before, that you had to add one more to make it 11? Good job. And if you didn't, that's okay. You can use any strategy that you need to. Okay, so next one. Word problem. So what do you notice in the photo, and then what do you wonder about? Okay, well, I see a lot of, looks like pens and markers. Looks like a lot of markers in a cup. Okay, so I wonder what this problem is going to be about. All right, now, Shelly has 8 markers in the red bucket, and Becky puts 10 markers in the same bucket. How many markers are in the red bucket? Okay, so Shelly has 8 markers in the red bucket, and Becky puts 10 markers in the same bucket. How many markers are in the red bucket? Okay, so first of all, you need to think about adding 10 to something. Maybe we can break the 8 apart. So maybe 10 plus 4 could do 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, and then you could add 4 more, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You can chunk the number. Your answer should have been 18. Good job. Now, what you're going to do next is you're going to follow along with me as I go through the student pages. So you're going to get out your math workbook, the same one that you used yesterday, and you're going to turn to page 9, please. So go ahead and turn to page 9. All right. So let's look at lesson 2, which is develop fluency with addition using mental strategies and properties. So I can add in any order, add zero, and use strategies to find sum. So we're going to do the Spark Our Learning together. So choose 2 numbers. How can you show the sum of the numbers? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these numbers. So I have 7, 0, 3, 6, 9, 1, 4, 2, 5, and 8. So it looks like they just took numbers 1 through 9 and mixed them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose 3, and I'm going to choose 5. So those are my 2 numbers I'm going to choose. Okay, so I'm going to write my addition problem. I'm going to write 3 plus 5. Okay, so now it says, how can you show the sum of the numbers? Okay, so I could do 3 plus 5, which is what? 8. Because 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. Or you could do this. 5 plus 3. All I did was I switched the numbers around. Okay, so 5 plus 3 is what? 8. It's also the same one. Okay, so you can use these numbers. You can use your own. All right. Now, we're going to continue to the next page. That will spark your learning. Now, we're on page 10. So we're going to be building understanding. So Francie draws 7 pictures on Monday. She draws 5 pictures on Tuesday. How many pictures does she draw? A, how can you use tools to show the problem? Okay, just for me, you can use, remember, paperclip, you can use coins, you can use any type of counters that you have at home, okay? So what we're going to do, though, I'm going to use tally marks because those are easy for me to count. So it says she drew 7 pictures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then it says 5 pictures on Tuesday. How many pictures does she draw? So we know this is addition, right? Because it says how many did she draw? So we have 7 right here. That's a 7. And then we have 5 because that's the next part. 5 pictures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put a 5 right here to kind of label the parts so that I don't have to count them over and over again. Okay? So now that we have our materials, let's look at the next part. So we have A, how can you use tools to show the problem? Now let's look at B. What addition fact can you use to solve this problem? Okay, well, we sort of already wrote it out anyway. So I'm going to include this. 5 plus 7. Okay, it doesn't have to be the same order, okay, because they're the exact same thing. So look, right here, add-ins. We talked about this yesterday, but add-ins are like the two numbers that you're adding together to get the sum, right? The sum is the answer. So 5 plus 7 equals something. So now let's count. Let's use our materials. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good job. So if you said 12, give yourself a pat on the back. All right. Now, go down to the next question. How can you change the order of the add-ins to write a related addition fact? So looking right here, a related fact. So for example, they had 5 plus 8 is 13, but they also have 8 plus 5 is 13. Do they have the same numbers as the other problem? They sure do. So this is called the commutative property of addition. Now, you're probably going to be like, Miss Clark, that's a huge number or a huge word. Why do I need to know that? Because you're going to need it for later on. Trust me. Now, 5 plus 7. Can we use the same numbers and put them in a different way? Sure can. It just asked us if we could. So 7 plus 5. Does that still equal 12? Let's look at our picture. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Would say that's a yes. All right, and then the last one, how many pictures does Francie draw? Well, we already came up with that. 12. So she drew 12 pictures in all. Good job, guys, for following along. Now, let's move on to the next section. So that was page 10. Now we're on page 11. So, next part. Let's look and see what we have. Mr. Weston picked 6 red tulips and 8 white tulips from his garden. How many tulips does he pick? A, how can you write related addition facts to solve the problem? We have blank plus blank, blank plus blank. So it has to be related. Remember, a related fact is the numbers are just switched around, right? Commutative property. Commutative property. Don't forget it. Now, I'll give you a hint. It comes up in 3rd grade too. All right, now, how can you write related addition facts? So let's go back and look at our problem. So we have Mr. Weston picks 6 red tulips, okay? And then we have 8 white tulips from his garden. So how many tulips does he pick? So I already know this is addition because for one thing, they have an addition part already put in there, a symbol. So we got that. Now, what if we start with the first number in our problem, which is 6, okay? And then the second number is 8, okay? Let's not find the answer yet, okay? Let's look at how can we switch that around. So what if we do this? What if we do 8 on this side, and we do 6 on the other side? Well, looky there. Look what you did. Now, remembering our doubles facts, let's back up a little bit. So now we have to solve. So 6 plus 6 is 12. Are we done yet? No, because we have 2 more. Sorry, 2 more to get up there. So 12 plus 2 is 14. All right, 8 plus 6. They're the same numbers, so we can assume that it is also 14. Now, how many did he pick? Mr. Weston picks 14 tulips. Make sure that you are remembering to put it in this bottom part, okay? Because you are labeling your problem and labeling your answer, okay? As everything connects together. Now, let's look at our next one. Jose has 8 red blocks, okay? So, he has 0 green blocks. How many blocks does he have? A, how can you show the problem? Well, first of all, let's look at our numbers. He has 8 red ones. He has 0 green ones. And it says, how many blocks does he have? So what are we doing? We're counting. We're adding, right? So 8 red blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And you can pause this video at any time. So 8 plus 0. So what do I put there? Nothing. So now that we've drawn our picture, let's go down here. What addition fact can you use to solve this problem? Okay, well, it's a little tricky because we know he has 8 red blocks. Did he get any new green blocks? No, because it's 0. You can't do that. So 8 plus 0. Anything you add to 0 is going to stay the same. Because, look, let's look in our picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus nothing. So that's still 8, right? You can always rewind and go back. So don't forget, right here it says solve. Jose has 8 blocks. Yes, that's very squished, but that's okay. All right, so our turn and talk that you can do with someone at your house says, what do you know about the sum when you add 0 to a number? Well, I just sort of told you the answer, but that's okay, because I'm sure you can talk about it with someone who hasn't heard that. Now, I'm going to erase. We're going to move to the next one. So now we're going to step it out, okay? So now we're on page 12. So, number 1, there are 9 frogs in a pond. There are 3 frogs on the shore. How many frogs are there? Okay, they're talking about 2 different places. All right, so let's look at the different locations. So there are 9 frogs in a pond. Okay, so think about a pond. Look, Dave and Drew have a little picture. There are 3 frogs on the shore. Okay, what is the shore? It's the side of the pond, right? So how many frogs are there? Okay, so that means when it says are there, it's asking for how many total. So now we're going to make a concrete model of the problem. Okay, so that means I'm going to draw it because you guys can use paper clips, you can use coins, you can use whatever little objects you can use at your house, even Legos. Hey, you know what? Legos work just fine. All right, so I'm going to draw my pond. La, 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 la. Okay, here's my pond. It says there are 9 in there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to write 9 just in case I forget. Then there are 3 on the shore. Well, the shore is right here, right? We go 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 of them outside the pond. Yes, that's a 3. Don't laugh. All right, so we've made our concrete model now. So now we're going to count on to add. So we're going to start at 9 and count on 3. So that means we're going to go up 3 more. So we're not going to go 9, 1, 2, 3. Does that make any sense? No, because then you'd end up at 3. So you're going to start at 9 and go up 1 at a time. Kind of like you're a frog hopping, right? So what if I did a number line? Speaking of hopping, I did a number line. So let's pretend 9 is on our number line. So if we go 1, 2, 3, go 1, 2, 3 hops. Okay, so what comes after 9? 10. What comes after 10? 11. What comes after 11? 12. You guys learned how to count when you were in kindergarten. So you should put 10, 11, 12. Did you count the 9? No, because the 9 is right here. You don't need to put it in here because they already wrote it for you. Isn't that awesome? That's awesome sauce. So look at how many hops I did. 1, 2, 3. Or look how many frogs there are. Let's count our frogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Look at that. I counted on from my drawing. So now we're going to write an addition fact to show the problem. Well, it kind of did it for us. So 9 frogs in the pond plus 3 frogs on the shore equals 12. So don't forget to put 12 frogs. All right, go ahead and pause that if you need to. All right, I'm going to erase. Okay, let's move on. Now we're going to check some understanding. So we got a mix of a word problem and some math problems. So there are 8 toy rockets and 7 dolls in a toy box. How many toys are in the toy box? Okay, if you said 15, you are correct. You could have solved any way that you wanted to. Okay, find the sum. Something equals 9 plus 2. So you're going to do 9 plus 2 first. All right. If you got 11, you are correct. 9, 10, 11. Hold the 9 in your hand. 10, 11. Okay, so that's called counting on. You could have used any strategy. You could have pulled out 9 paper clips and used those. Now, 0 plus 5. You have 0. You have 5. How many do you really have? 5. That's right. So you're going to write 5 right there. Now, good. So you should have paused that. I'm going to erase. Now, next page. This is the on your own section. I'm going to read the page to you, and you're going to complete it on your own, and you're going to bring it back to school, and you will go over it at school, okay? If you are a 100% remote learner, you will bring it back on Friday, and your teacher will look at it, okay? So, on your own, attend to precision. There are 8 roses on 1 rose bush. On another rose bush, there are 2 roses. How many roses are there? Explain the strategy you used. This is a strategy. This is a strategy. You have lots of strategies at your disposal. Next. Number 5, reason. There are 4 white goats in a field. There are 7 brown goats. How many goats are in the field? Don't forget, you need to pause this because I'm not giving you the answers. All right, number 6, 6 plus 2. You are finding the sum. Number 7, 0 plus 6. Number 8, something equals 3 plus 8. Number 9, something equals 8 plus 8. Last one, number 10. Open-ended. What addition strategy would you choose to solve 3 plus 9 and then explain why? And you're going to write your answer on the lines. Okay? Now, that was page 13. So, here's the next page. Number 11, you're going to use structure. You're going to solve and show your work. So show your work in your journal. This is math, and today is September 9th. So you're going to put the date at the top of your journal page, a blank one, and then you're going to put your work on there. Or if you'd like, you can put your work on here if there's room. I will read these to you also. Number 11, there are 9 children at one table. There are 0 children at another table. How many children are there? Okay, next one. Number 12, Malik has 6 horse puzzles and 5 cat puzzles. How many puzzles does she have? All right. Don't forget to write the answer and show your work on both of those. Number 13, 14, 15, and 16, you are finding the sum. They are not word problems. But don't forget, more and more we're going to be using word problems. Okay? Number 13, 4 plus 3. Okay? Number 14, something equals 7 plus 2. 15, something equals 8 plus 4. Number 16, 7 plus 0 equals something. Don't forget to pause in between those and solve them. All right, I'm in a learning mindset. What did I learn in addition to practicing related facts? So it's basically writing, what did you learn today? All right, and that was page 14 in your workbook. Tomorrow, you will be working on lesson 3, relate addition and subtraction. You're going to relate them to each other, which is pretty cool. So I want you guys to have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.